Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Noise, and welcome back to Feed the Beast Infinity Evolved Expert Mode Skyblock. This series, it is going to take forever, I swear. So last time, we made the mass fab, and all the machines to do all of the replication stuff, which is really cool, except I don't have what I want to replicate yet. We're also working on getting some iridium, and we made 6 more of these lasers, which I set up. They're all powered, and everything's nice and good. And we're only about halfway done with the iridium. I haven't been on here all that long, but I've been on here long enough that it's taking forever. So, we can do some stuff while we wait. So a couple things, we're gonna use some of the power that's stored in there for a couple of machine frames. In fact, I think we're just gonna need 2, actually. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's get that going first of all. So if we want a basic machine frame, I have to remember it's dense refined iron chipset, basic circuit boards, 10 gear. Let's see, we need 9. Actually, that's refined iron. Let's actually look up machine frame basic. So I want to get 2 of these guys going. We need steel plates. Hopefully we have some steel. I also want to sleep because unfortunately the power for this guy is not quite good enough. So alright, so things I did between episodes. I did improve a little bit of item transfer. Like I said, I put the lasers, I set those up, messed around with these for a little bit, haven't really got any progress on that to report, just taking a little bit of time, and I brought up like 20 more stacks of cobblestone for that guy. It didn't really work, but I did the item transfer. I made most of these impulse item ducts. I have more in the chest over there, just to make things a little bit faster to get down there. We are really good on RF. Our RF power is doing just fine. It's keeping up with this. This guy is using 480 RF per tick, which isn't bad. Hopefully that'll be close to being done by the end of this episode. Let's see, I've made another set of quad fuel rods. I had one, the set that was in the nuclear reactor, that ran out. I've made another set stored in the chest, and there's another set in the reactor going right now. But the big thing that we need is diamonds. We're kind of low on diamonds. We're good on redstone, good on most other things, but diamonds is kind of a problem, and there's not really a good way to get diamonds. We could do the whole agricraft thing, and I've thought about that, but I think we're going to jump ahead to something a little bit more technologically advanced. We're going to make a laser drill. Now these guys will use a lot of RF, and it will shoot lasers into the void or bedrock, either one, and it will produce random ores. And you can kind of affect the ores. We'll get into that later. You can kind of affect the ores that you get, but for the most part they're random. To power this, you need laser drill prechargers, which use 5,000 RF each, and you can make up to 4 pointed at this guy to power it. So 20,000 RF. The faster we can provide that, the better. So that's something that eventually we might make a reactor just to power one of these guys. But this will give us ores, and that's kind of nice. However, we need pink slime, and pink slime, there's only one way to get it. So we need to also make a slaughterhouse. And then the last thing I want to do is I want to get a Igneous Extruder, a reinforced one for that guy. And that's going to require something strange. We're going to need to get... I'm going to try to make a basic machine frame, and then upgrade it through this, the upgrade crafting. I think this will work. Hopefully it does. We'll see. Hopefully it does. It requires more materials. It's better on materials to jump straight to the hardened, because all you have to do is get a diamond chipset, a different circuit board, and a signaling gear. But it requires a lot more power than this guy. So I am willing to sacrifice materials for less power. So let's see what all we have. We're gonna need 2, because we're also going to be making the Slaughterhouse, which requires a machine chassis, which requires all that. And I think real quick, let's do something somewhat silly. Let's get a stack. How much? Okay, we have some iron chipsets in here, but I wanted to put a stack in here, and we're gonna tell it to make that. And that's gonna use quite a bit of our power, but that's fine. We'll get it back. I wanted a lot of redstone chipsets, so we're gonna need capacitors and all that kind of fun stuff. And we're gonna do more stuff in a little bit. So we have those 2. We're also going to need 2 crushed obsidian, 2 basic circuit boards, and 2 dense refined. Well, 4 crushed obsidian. Some circuit boards and all that kind of fun stuff. Nothing too difficult. So for those, we're gonna need some steel. Do I have? Okay, I have plenty of steel. I need 18. And then the circuit boards are 10, I do believe. Which we have plenty of 10. We have so much 10. It's kind of ridiculous. And then grab that. Cool. So obviously we're going to use a little bit of power to make a lot of this stuff, but it's fine. We'll get the power back. It's just going to make the iridium take a little bit longer. I'm so glad I discovered that you can transfer things. Like you can put different things in there and it will still do its thing. That was probably one of the best things I found out. The compressor. So we get 2 of those. This guy is pretty quickly going. Every once in a while I have to turn him off just to let this get more power. Because I believe this is using 512 and we're producing 423. So yeah, eventually this would run out, and I don't want that to happen. But we do have 47 millibuckets of UU matter. I want to say we're gonna need like 120 per iridium, but it's a lot better. Now I'm gonna say this now just because it's probably gonna come up. There are better ways to do this whole system. We're going to get to a better way. However, we were doing a trick before that was using immersive engineering stuff, the immersive engineering wires, to basically get RF transferred to EU back and forth. Because they do that. They're programmed to do that. They transfer, they convert power really easily. It's kind of nice. So what we could do is we could make some really good solar panels or make some RF generation and run this very quickly, even without scrap. We could use scrap, we could not, it doesn't matter. However, I'm not going to do that. I want to do the EU production, the UU matter production solely off of EU. What we're eventually going to do is have much better solar panels to produce this faster. Like, in order to get into applied energistics, we need like a stack of iridium ore. Now wrong machine. I need plates first. Whoops. Now I could, I could obviously just kind of do RF power solely, but I want to do EU power. And we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna need like a stack of iridium ore in order to get to applied logistics. That's gonna be a little bit still. So I think what we'll do with our first little bit of iridium, we'll start working on getting more power. And eventually the recyclers and the mass fabricator will be on their own little network, like over here maybe. I'll have a reactor that powers this guy. I might do some fancy redstone to make sure that, hey, if this drops below half or something, this kicks on or something. I don't know. We'll figure that part out when we get there. Because I'd still like to go have this running just because it's going to give us plutonium. And plutonium is good for getting a big reactor. But we'll probably have these guys set on a different machine. We're going to make more recyclers later, so we get more scrap and more cobblestone into those and just all that kind of fun stuff. So it's going to be kind of a complex little maneuver eventually to get that set up. And we're going to use, like I said, the first little bits of iridium to get better solar panels. Because that's pretty much all you have for options with EU power in this mod pack. Most of the typical generators are disabled. So it's one of those things that I could do it the more cheaty way, but I probably won't. At least I don't plan on it. That might change. Who knows? But let's go ahead and get our circuit boards. And we should have everything we need to throw in here. And it made those really quick. I love it. So let's grab the obsidian dust, and I'm going to put that over here. So we have 2 machine frames. Let's start with... let's see if we can upgrade this one. So in order to get... let's get the Igneous Extruder. We're going to need a Pneumatic Servo. We're going to need some glass. That's pretty much it. So let's go get like 20 glass. And... just cook it in here. We're also gonna want to grab. We're also gonna want to go to sleep. Make sure our solar panels are all good. Let's see, what else are we gonna need for this? A piston. It's pretty easy. 1, 2, 3. And yeah, the servo. So we're gonna need like a stack of iron. It's easier just to grab like a large quantity of stuff like that than anything else. So can we sleep yet? Good. So yeah, we're gonna make the Igneous Extruder first, and then we'll switch over to start making the laser drills. Now those might take a little bit of time. Unfortunately, it's not the what am I looking for? Glass, and then I need some copper gears. So yeah, eventually I also want to make another one of these, just because I don't want to have to constantly switch plates. I guess I already have 2 copper gears. Let's see, what else are we going to need? In order to upgrade this, we're going to need electrum gear and a signalum gear. So let's go get 4 electrum and 4 signalum, and hopefully this works. If it doesn't, oh well. We need the signalum gear anyways, so that won't be a problem. Because we are going to at least make the second augment, this guy, which will give us 32 cobblestone per tick. Now the first augment we'll also need, but I can't see that because it disappears. I don't know why it does that. I think it's because even though I'm searching for Igneous Extruder, it's in the like tooltip. That's actually really easy. Cool. So we have those. Let's put the plate back on there. We should have our glass by now. Cool. So we should be able to make everything that we need for the Igneous Extruder. What am I missing? Oh, I need the Pneumatic Servo, which is pretty easy. Can make so many of those. So piston, machine frame, 2 copper gears, Pneumatic Servo gives us the Igneous Extruder. Now, if we want to upgrade that, we're gonna need Invar, and let's just start with the Invar. So we just need 4 Invar. It's not too bad, and hopefully this works. I don't know if it will. I haven't tested it or anything like that. It works. Awesome. That means we can upgrade it pretty easily. I just need some hardened glass now. Let's grab 2 lead. We're gonna need more. I think it's 8 each. I think it's 4 for each recipe. So we'll see. So let's do this and this. Awesome. Working. I'm still eating soy milk. Sounds disgusting to me. I'm not a big fan of soy products in real life, but yeah, whatever. Hello, squid. The squids, I swear, they go all over the place. So we should be able to go ahead and make upgraded version, so reinforced. And what we're gonna do, because I don't know if this will actually like pull into the machine, and I don't really want it to anyways, so let's just break this guy, put him there. We're gonna set him so output's there, and we'll get the augments in there in a moment. And then I do want to make sure it's well lit. And then we can put our barrel back. It goes over here. So the augments, I know we're going to need a golden chipset. That's not that bad. It is going to require more power from this machine. Actually, I could use a stack of gold. So make that real quick. Thank you. It's working. It's doing its thing. So we should be able to make all the augments now. So what's the first one? We need cobblestone. We need 2 of these guys, and we should be able to make it. So there is the accelerated extrusion, which gives you 16 cobblestone per operation, and then this one we're gonna need some pyrotheum dust. That's pretty easy. Do I have any coal dust? Not that I'm seeing. Okay, that's fine. Do we have any stone as well? I have 3 stones. We're gonna need a little bit more stone as well. We need that, we need that, we need that, and I believe it's blaze powder. All easy stuff. So let's get like 16 cooking pulverizer. We'll get this going, and just something like that. There, that's right. It only makes 1. I forgot about that part. So we just need another piece of coal, another piece of electrotine, which we have plenty of electrotine now. I might between episodes start crafting just a bunch of glass. So that we can upgrade solar panels. I want to kind of do that periodically because we're going to need to. So there's the 4 stone that we need. Oh, hey, we got some sulfur. And what's the last thing? Blaze powder. So I think we have everything for the next upgrade. So let's go ahead and dump what we don't need and make that. And then 4 stone. Cool, so there is the 2 augments. We're also going to need some water and lava. Lava is down here. And just 1 bucket is all we need since we're just making cobblestone. If we were making obsidian or the other thing, stone, it would require a little bit of water and or lava. These will reduce the amount of water consumed. So you don't need as much water, but it's not that important. But anyways, we can go ahead and throw these augments in there. We'll make 32 cobblestone per operation. Grab some water, and it will go relatively quickly and just start making a lot of cobblestone. And hopefully this will keep up. It looks like it's going to keep up at this level. We'll probably make a resonant machine when we're ready to expand the number of recyclers. Let's turn that off for a little bit. Let this get some more power. And yeah, so that's going to be automatic cobblestone into scrap into here to get even more U matter, which we have 54 now. So that part is done. We don't need augments anymore. So now let's work on getting the laser drill. Because if we get the laser drill, we can potentially get, if we look at diamond ore with a light blue laser focus, which that's how you get better chances. You get diamond ore, and then we can take the diamond ore And I believe if we grind it up, you get even more. So you get 2 from the pulverizer, you can get 2 from the sag mill. You can get up to 2. 2 from the crusher. That is immersive engineering. So the best one is just the pulverizer, or we could fortune it and get a fortune pick with a lot of fortune on it, and that will make it even better. So how's this going? 45 million out of 80. Not too bad. How's these guys doing on power? Perfect. Let's turn you back on. And yep, we'll start getting more wood. That is kind of the thing. And the laser drill, we can also do different focuses. I don't know if we can see. Actually, we should be able to if we go. Let's just do ore. Gold ore, for example, you can get from laser drill. Basically anything, yellowite, coal. Trying to think of something else that we might want a lot of. Mana infused ore would be really nice with the blue focus. Diamond, obviously. Emeralds, if we ever need that. Yeah, there's just, you can get basically uranium ore would be really nice. Firestone, maybe. Ardite, cobalt, we could get. So basically, you can get everything. All the basic ores except for draconium. We're gonna have to get draconium another way. But that's fine. We'll get it in the end. It's not that big of a deal. The only thing about that is there is 6 slots for focuses, and you can put multiple in, and it will increase the chance of whatever that focus is focused on. So we could put light blue in blue and get increased chance of the mana infused and the diamonds. So we can kind of mess around and do a little bit more optimization with that. Also, I have 4 common treasures I keep forgetting about. Didn't really get much. Got a potion. Have I scanned the potion? I haven't. Cool. More stuff with all that. So, one of these days I will deal with all of those potions. But, not today. So let's go ahead and start making the slaughterhouse. So the slaughterhouse is going to require some dark steel. We're going to need a decent amount of that. We're also going to need 2 lumium. So dark steel is not that bad to make. Let's actually work on getting like a stack of it. So we're going to need a stack of obsidian. Dark steel is either steel and obsidian, pulverized obsidian in the induction smelter, or a block of obsidian, pulverized coal, and iron in the alloy smelter. We're going to do the alloy smelter version just because it'll be easier. So we'll take that. That'll fill up immediately, and assuming there's more cobblestone in there, there's a little bit. Let's do one of these. It'll make more. So let's come over here. We'll go ahead and do pulverize the coal. I was getting iron from the oh, this is in furnace mode. I was getting iron from the centrifuging the depleted fuel rods. So this should have more than enough power. So we can start doing this, and it's going to make a lot more UV matter, a lot more efficiently too. So eventually we'll have a nice system that will kind of constantly get all of the stuff we want, but we'll get there. So the slaughterhouse, I haven't really talked about that yet. We're gonna need we're gonna need like 4 of these. We're also gonna need a drum or 2. Let's get 2 drums, I think. We're gonna need some iron plates because it requires a cauldron. You guys have seen me make drums before. Not that difficult. But we're gonna get 2 drums because we're gonna need them for the slaughterhouse. The slaughterhouse produces 2 things, and something that I don't think a lot of people realize is the slaughterhouse works on both passive. Oh, it's steel, isn't it? It's steel. I know this. I know what I'm doing. Making more steel is not that big of an issue. I need to eat. Wow. So the Slaughterhouse, what it does, and why we need to make it, is it will kill mobs. I think a lot of people think it will only kill passive mobs. It also kills hostile mobs. And it will give you two things. It will give you both pink slime and meat. It gives you meat as well. Now, let's go ahead and turn this on. This is filling up so quickly. I need to get a filter and get rid of the bows. I'll probably do that off camera. To be honest, I'll probably put another barrel for like spider eyes or zombie brains or something. I don't know. But what it's, I can disconnect this stuff for the time being. So what it's going to do is it's going to give us two outputs. It's going to give us meat and it's going to give us pink slime. And it's not that bad to make or use, really. But we are going to need machine chassis, just some, we're going to need, like, for this machine, we're going to need two basic capacitors. Do I have any lapis? I do. Cool. So I don't have to make those yet. We're going to need to make some more of those here soon. But yeah, so it'll make meat, which we don't really have much use for. I don't know that there's much use for it in this mod pack. I don't honestly remember. We might need it later. I don't know. We'll see. But we're going to need the pink slime. It's going to give you liquid pink slime. And all you have to do is put that into the world, and it will eventually congeal into an actual entity. And then that entity will pop to life, and you can attack it and get the pink slime balls. What we'll do is we'll capture it with a safari net and auto spawn it, because that'll be better. So we need like 8 more. We're gonna get that from this. Actually, I think we can do that, but just to, because I don't need the extra coal dust right now. I'm producing that whenever I need it, so we only need 3 more. There's 1. If this gives us 2, then we're good. And we are. Cool. So we just put this stuff in here, and that will kick on and start processing the dark steel. That's what it's called. So what else are we going to need? We're going to need some plastic, and we're going to need electrical steel. None of that is really that bad. I'm surprised I don't have an electrical steel. We can take refined steel and a piece of silicon from this. This will be an easier way to get the electrical steel since we only need 1. Getting a lot of dark steel, honestly, is kind of a plan for the future. We're going to need it a lot later, I'm sure. Same with like vibrant alloy and energetic alloy. Electrical steel we can make kind of in small batches as we need. So we're going to need some plastic. We should have plenty of rocket fuel in here. We do. Wow, we have a lot of rocket fuel. So all we need for this, I can't remember, we need 2 plastic. So we need some raw plastic and some compressed sawdust. We might have to run some more logs through this sawmill, which is fine. But let's see, we have 2 compressed. Yep, we're gonna have to do that. That's fine. We have plenty of logs over here, so we'll get a stack. And then we're also gonna need the raw plastic, which we can get from rubber. So, and I should have plenty of rubber in here. I believe it's 1-to-1. So once we have, let's see, 10 dark steel, which we almost have, we can go ahead and make everything we need. We just need 16 of the sawdust, which luckily is a pretty common output, and that's honestly enough. But I'm going to go ahead and get all of it here, because I have everything here anyways. So there's the raw plastic. So we should be able to make the 2 plastic sheets now. And 1, 2, 2, and 2. Dark axe, dark axe. And if we have 4 dark steel, we have 3. So that'll just be 1 more minute. And we'll be able to make the slaughterhouse. Now we might need some more fluid ducts. Actually, I should be able to just go down below and put the meat and the pink slime in there pretty easily. And we can start working on getting other things. So it's like this and this. Plastic, plastic, this. Electrical steel and redstone makes a slaughterhouse. So like I said, the slaughterhouse is going to give us meat, and it's going to give us pink slime. Usually you'd use like passive mobs. I don't think it really matters, but we're going to do one of these. And we're going to have to go down below and fix some wiring. So that has more essence. Oh, the drum's filled. Let's go ahead and use a little bit of that just so we can get rid of it. What do I want to spawn in? I think, how many gas tiers do I have? I have 7. I guess let's spawn in some Endermen. Just for a little bit. And then we'll get all of that taken care of. Or blizzards. Let's kill some blizzards. I don't think I've done that yet. So we'll just do this, close the door. We'll get some blizzards, and then we'll be able to set up everything. So it's working pretty quickly. It's going to use the essence. Make a blizz. We'll get blizz rods, and eventually we'll want jellycratium. Decent amounts of it too. So let's get like, I don't know, 4 or 5 more. We have so many snowballs. I'm going to turn those into actual snow. I like the blocks. Alright, so let's do like 1 more. And I'll put the blizz rods in here and the snow blocks as well, just for now. So did that clean it up? I really need to make like more elevators, to be honest. So is that now empty? It is. Perfect. So what we can do is we can put drum here and a drum there. Nope. Let's grab this guy. And where is he? Where did that servo go? Is it up here or something? Let's grab our jetpack. I don't really need to be wearing this hazmat suit right now, so let's grab our jetpack. And alright, let's just break both of these. And I don't know where that thing went. Do I have it on me? No. I lost the servo. It might be like right there. I see it. It glitched through. Alright, let's break this. There we go. So yeah, that's a thing. I'm gonna throw the other item duct. Now the slaughterhouse does not make item ducts, it does not need item ducts rather. So let's just grab a fluid duct, and I'm gonna set these guys down, not like that. And we'll get a fluid duct between them, and I want to transfer. That's full again. Oh, great. I have to think of... Oh, I know a way. This is a little trick that I've learned relatively recently, actually. Let's fly up here. Oh god, I wish this would work a little bit better. It shouldn't be out of power already. I think I need to increase the... I need to make the... Yeah, it's got plenty of power. I think I need to make this better with a capacitor. I'll do that later. Alright, so what I need to grab should be in here, right? Well, I can make one, I think. Unless I have... Do I have any tanks of any other sort? I wish I could avoid this a little bit easier. But I'm not really thinking of how, other than a tricky way. Let's do the tricky way. So, if we use a little bit of glass and a little bit of wood, we should make a quest delivery system. And what we can do is we can put that down. We can put this guy here with a fluid duct between them and a servo. And if we turn this on, it'll void it out. Quest delivery system, usually use it for quests. But anything that goes in here is technically voided. It just checks to see if you assign it to a quest, what to do with it. Well, it's not assigned to a quest, so what happens to it is it's just voided. So that's a nice, easy, kind of cheap way to void things. Let's throw that in there. Throw the servo in there. Turn our jetpack back on. And come down here. Now, we could probably just put this right like so. And this will, once we turn this guy back off, make sure that it is sealed. Perfect. So that'll allow us to get, once mobs start spawning in there, it'll allow us to get, lower myself gently into bed. It'll allow us to get both meat and eventually pink slime. And once we have a single thing of pink slime, so that should, it already killed a couple mobs, so it's already working, and we have pink slime in both. That is not what I wanted, so let's go get a servo. This part is a little bit tricky just because I don't have filters or anything like that. So let's do this, enable it, and then break it, and then the meat goes in there. So we have 40 millibuckets of pink slime already. And my servo's in there, isn't it? Alright, let's just break this. Nothing will spawn in here while I'm in, like, nearby, so it doesn't really matter too much. Okay, so we got the servo. Awesome. Now, the last thing I'm going to do for this episode is I want to make some... we're going to make the laser drill relatively soon. I'm probably going to do a little bit of this crafting off camera. Most of this isn't actually that bad. Glass, we're going to need, let's see, 4, 5, 6 lights. That is really easy, so let's go ahead and get that. Not emeralds, we need glowstone. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then what's the other thing on the lights? Iron. So I need more glass. Let's go get some stuff. I'm just gonna steal a bunch of cobblestone from this, and we're gonna grind it up into sand with this guy. We've got a lot of dark steel producing. And how are we on this? 56 million out of 80 million. So close. Alright, so we can make the light. We're also going to need capacitors. Let's see. This requires 2 octatic, which I don't think we've made. So I'm going to make like a stack of basic capacitors. I think would be good. So we need a stack. I'm gonna do that off camera, I think. So let's get the rest of the lights. Actually, we only need 6, so let's get that going. Like I said, I'll make more. I'm gonna make more plastic because these guys are not that much more difficult. I'll go ahead and make the hardened glass because I think, yeah, that's gonna be the easier method. And everything else should be pretty easy. So we have the 6 glass. Let's go ahead and make the lights. And like I said, I'm going to do some work off camera, prepping all this. And hopefully by the time we come back next episode, we'll be ready to make... can I scan the light? Probably. Cool. We should be ready to make the laser drill, and hopefully the iridium will be done as well. So I'm going to do a bit of work off camera. I'm going to make a bunch of glass. I'm going to make a bunch of capacitors, and we'll come back next time, deal with, because I don't think we haven't made a knocked out capacitor yet, and that requires, so the double layers we've done, but that requires an ender electron tube, which we haven't made yet. So we'll do that on camera. But I'm going to make a whole bunch of capacitors and all that fun stuff, and yeah, next time hopefully we will have a decent amount of UU matter, our first piece of iridium, and we'll get hopefully the pink slime and start making our, in fact we might already have the pink slime, to be honest. 420 ml buckets, not quite. So, yeah, I'm going to do some work off camera. Hopefully things that need to process will be done, and next time we will get more work done, and hopefully start duplicating iridium, or at least get it ready to duplicate. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!